that Bleach was a really good escape when it comes to getting away from the awesome eye powers of the Naruto manga series, well, prepare to be shocked in this week's chapter. One that I'm still honestly not quite sure how I feel about it, because the one thing that I didn't want to happen just happened in this week's chapter, and that's that the Quincy leader, Ewok Juha Bach, whatever you want to call him, I'm going to call him the Quincy leader, decides to get this massive power-up where he has these multiple irises on his eyeballs, and then just completely obliterates Ichibei in the final panel of this week's chapter. And I'm not sure if this is a trick. I don't know if he's going to have some sort of other special ability up his sleeve, and I don't know if I'm either mad or elated about how badass this chapter was. Badass in a sense that the Quincy leader himself is absolutely terrifying. Whenever he has a battle with people, we've now seen multiple events where literally he finishes them off in a single slash with extreme prejudice. And God, Ichibei's just whole body, his arms, his legs, you can see his freaking spinal cord coming out from the back of his neck. It's like something out of Mortal Kombat. And yet, still, I'm conflicted. You know, because the thing about Bleach is, it's not like in other series where, like, they use, like, genjutsus, or there's gonna be, like, a trick where it actually wasn't them the entire time. And I just don't want to see, like, the same old stuff we saw from, like, Aizen during his arc, wherever he got hit by a technique and was seemingly defeated. He just keeps coming back saying that that was a part of his plan the entire time. And I just don't know if that's going to work out for Ichibei in this chapter. Just because of the damage that was actually done to him, and just the fact that he was like the most physically strong member of Zero Division, and to see him destroyed like that, just, it blows my mind. I'm not even really sure how to handle it. What I will say is, I still loved the artwork in this week's chapter. If there's one thing that's been really cool about this battle, it's the way it looks. Whether it be just the creepiness of the Quincy leader's eyes, which I imagine if there ever was an anime version, they'd probably be moving around really quick and looking all disturbing. But I also loved that one technique that Ichibei was using with the darkness where the entire, like, world was turned to black and it almost looked like an earthquake was happening. It was really intense, and especially loved the look of the Quincy leader's sword. That just looked so freaking awesome. So, this was a really good artwork chapter. It had a little bit of action, and of course, basically the characters were just bowing each other up, getting in each other's faces. But it was just really intense. It's that final panel, man. I didn't want that to happen. I still want there to be more of a twist in the next coming chapter, where maybe some of the other members of Zero Division will come in and help him out. I don't know if the Hot Springs are going to help out Ichibei at this point, and it's, you know, it'd be far-fetched to think that he is going to be okay. And, you know, there have been characters in the Bleach series who've had these, like, massive wounds inflicted on them and they've still been okay, but there's no way he's getting out of this one. He's literally been torn to shreds in pieces, and it's disturbing, and I didn't want it to happen that way, but like I said, until the next chapter starts, that's just the way it's going to be. There could be a twist, there might not be. Just the Quincy leader, man, he is a bad motherfucker. You do not want to mess with that guy. So, what's the rundown on this week's chapter of Bleach? It was awesome, and it was disappointing all at the same time. Disappointing in that Ichibei was defeated in one shot, especially because he was dominating this entire battle. From the beginning, nothing has been messing with Ichibei. Even when it seemed like the Quincy leader was going to use a technique that was going to take over his body, nothing. He just shrugged that away, and all it took was one instance and one metaphor from Haschwalth about the Quincy leader opening up his eyes, and then he just wins. Just like that. And some people are going to like that, some people are going to be disappointed by it. I'm still incredibly conflicted by it. If anything, though, the artwork looked really cool this week. I especially love that panel where you got the Quincy leader saying his name, and you get to see the creepiness of his eyes. And, of course, that one where Ichibei creates that big, massive darkness like earthquake. That just looked really freaking awesome. And, of course, the look of the Quincy leader, like, in his sword. That just looks really awesome. And I can't wait to see both him and Ichigo fighting each other, because their designs are strikingly similar to each other, and I'm sure there's going to be another strong connection with that as well. But still, this was an exciting chapter, but I think I'm going to enjoy it a little bit more when I read the following chapter, because it'll give me a little bit more closure on what's really going on, because this was a big cliffhanger, one of the biggest cliffhangers of this entire arc, and I'm just conflicted with it. What I will say is, it looked badass. It was awesome. I wish a little bit more could have happened. It was a very simple chapter, despite all of the groundbreaking things that was happening with it. But I am going to give this week's chapter a 4 out of 5. I still thought it was really good, and if anything, I am even more excited to read next week's chapter, which is coming on Christmas, which is pretty freaking awesome. So hopefully they'll give us something awesome to stuck in our stockings. So guys, there it is, 4 out of 5. Check it out. Pretty good chapter. Thank you guys for watching my review. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And before you guys leave, please tell me what you thought about this week's chapter of Bleach. Are you shocked by the turning events of Ichibei being seemingly defeated by the Quincy leader? And what do you want to see from the rest of the final arc of Bleach? Remember, if you guys would like to subscribe to our channel, you can do that by clicking on the channel icon right up here. You guys can also follow us on Facebook and on Twitter.